This segment brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or for more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
I hope you can join us in Lecompton on March 1st for the Lecompton Lecture Series when Michelle Martin is the guest speaker, and we are thrilled to have her with us here on Around Kansas whenever she has a chance, and so happy to have her with us this morning. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Deb, and good morning to all our viewers. Now that the Oscars have wrapped for another year, let's take a look at Hattie McDaniel, the first African-American woman to win an Academy Award and a native of Wichita, Kansas.
When she took the stage to accept the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her role as Mammy in Gone with the Wind, Hattie McDaniel made a very long walk from the back of the auditorium to the stage. That long walk was one of many that Hattie McDaniel took in her lifetime. Born in Wichita, Kansas on June 10, 1893 to former slaves, Hattie was the youngest of 13 children. Her father, Henry McDaniel, served in the Civil War with the 122nd United States Colored Troops. Her mother, Susan Holbert, was a gospel singer. They both wanted better lives for their children. In 1900, the McDaniel family left their modest home in Wichita and moved to Colorado. Eventually, Hattie began writing songs and performed in her brother Otis's minstrel show. Here she honed her craft. Eventually, Hattie became a member of Professor George Morrison's Melody Hounds, an African-American touring troupe. In addition, Hattie began singing on radio stations in Colorado and recorded records. In 1931, Hattie moved to Los Angeles, where she joined 3 of her siblings. With her brother's help, she became a regular fixture on KNX radio, and she performed as High Hat Hattie. The character was an opinionated, bossy maid who oftentimes forgot her place. Despite her radio career, Hattie still worked as a maid to supplement her income, and life was imitating art. The 1930s saw Hattie working frequently in Hollywood alongside its biggest stars, including Shirley Temple, Will Rogers, Jean Harlow, Clark Gable, Henry Fonda, Barbara Stanwyck, Irene Dunne, and Katharine Hepburn. Her breakthrough role came in the musical Showboat in 1936, where Hattie blended her acting skills and vocal talents. Despite her success, members of the African American community criticized her choice of roles. Hattie retorted, "Why should I complain about making $700 a week playing a maid? If I didn't, I'd be making $7 a week being one." The role that defined her career, Mammy in Gone with the Wind, garnered her praise and criticism. As a brash yet caring house slave, Hattie channeled her own family history into the role. "I loved Mammy. I think I understood her because my own grandmother worked on a plantation not unlike Tara." On Oscar night, February 29, 1840, Hattie, along with her escort and manager, sat at a small table in the back of the crowded auditorium. When her name was announced as the winner, Hattie walked to the stage and with her voice cracking made her acceptance speech. "This is one of the happiest moments of my life, and I want to thank each and every one of you. It has made me feel very, very humble. I sincerely hope that I shall always be a credit to my race and to the motion picture industry. My heart is too full to tell you just how I feel." Despite being the first African American nominated for and to win an Academy Award, Hattie faced challenges in Hollywood. As a homeowner in the Sugar Hill neighborhood in Los Angeles, Hattie and other African American homeowners, including fellow actresses Louise Beavers and Ethel Waters, faced discrimination. Many white homeowners sought to enforce the neighborhood's racial restriction covenant that denied non-Caucasians from owning homes in the area. Eventually, the case of the white homeowners was taken up in court. Hattie mobilized, and her home was a central meeting place for other African Americans who owned homes in the area as they fought for their right to live free from discrimination. When a Superior Court judge threw out the case, Hattie was elated and said that words cannot express my appreciation. After battling segregation, racism, and discrimination, Hattie waged her last battle against breast cancer. When she died on October 26, 1952, at the age of 59, Hattie wanted to be buried at Hollywood Cemetery. Sadly, Hollywood Cemetery practiced racial segregation and death, and she was laid to rest at Rosedale Cemetery. Today, a cenotaph at Hollywood Cemetery overlooks its lake and memorializes Hattie and her many accomplishments.
As always, great to share Wednesdays with you. Keep the cards and letters coming. I'm Deb Goodrich, and I'll see you somewhere around Kansas.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.